These are the top 5 things to do in Northeastern Ontario. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It feels so good to be back traveling again and to show you guys some really cool places around Ontario. If you're new here, my name is Joe. I'm a content creator and traveler who's based in North Bay. In today's video, I broke it down into the Northeast Ontario because honestly, it wouldn't be fair to just say all of Northern Ontario. Just looking at the map, all the Northwest, it's just such a big province and there's so much to explore. For every location, I'll have more information down below in the description box so that you can more easily find these places. Some of them are not the easiest. Let's jump into the video. Number 5 on the list, Screaming Heads of Midlothian Castle, Burks Falls, Ontario. I've been to the Screaming Heads maybe 3 or 4 times now. It has to be one of the weirdest, most unique places I think I've ever been to in my life. Screaming Heads is about a 3-hour drive north of Toronto, and it's only about a 10-minute drive just off the main highway, so it's not too difficult to find. Once you get there, you're gonna already see all these crazy kind of weird statues. They're honestly massive, probably at least 10 feet tall, made of concrete. The artist's name is Peter Camini, and he's been creating these art pieces since 1989, all over his property. There's plenty of space to walk around, about 300 acres. So definitely give yourself at least 2 or 3 hours to explore some of his property. There's random peacocks just roaming around. There's actually a castle, literally a castle on his property. There's a bunch of ponds and stuff like that too. So it's a really cool place to kind of just chill and walk around and explore. They also host several festivals here. I know an example is the Harvest Festival. I definitely 100% recommend checking this place out. It kind of gives you the chills though, but you're really never gonna forget this experience because there's not really many places like that around. And it's also a great photo shoot location, so if you're into photography at all, definitely head down there. The Screaming Heads is free and open to the public. There is a donation box, so if you do want to support his art and some of his pieces, then you can definitely donate as well. Number 4 on the list, Temagami Fire Tower, Temagami, Ontario. Head up north to the beautiful town of Temagami. It's about a 4.5-hour drive north for people that are living in Toronto. And once you arrive in Temagami, it's only about a 5 minutes drive just off the highway, so it's not far at all. I've heard about the Temagami Fire Tower for a few years, but I didn't really think too much of it. A few weeks back, I actually went there for the first time and I was actually blown away by how incredible it is. And for the people watching that aren't avid or like huge hikers, and they don't like going on sketchy hikes, then this is definitely the place for you. It's about literally like a 2-minute walk from the parking lot. Once you get there, you're immediately welcomed with this huge observation deck that's overlooking the whole town of Temagami. After checking out the view and soaking it all in, you should definitely climb up the tower. When I was there, the tower was locked, so we didn't end up going up there, and Alicia, who I was with, was actually a little bit, she was a bit too scared to go up there, so we didn't end up doing it. But I've heard that it's amazing. You'll get a 360 panorama view of the whole surrounding area. Just keep in mind, like Alicia, if you're scared of heights, this is definitely not the place for you. Even the observation deck, you can kind of feel a little pit in your stomach. And once you're done checking out the tower, you should definitely head into town and grab some poutine at one of the local chip stands. You're already on your way to having a really good day.
Really, the only word for it is...
Number 3 on the list, Eau Claire Gorge, Calvin, Ontario. This is a hike that I've actually also just recently found. I believe the first time I went there was last year, and I'm kind of upset about that because it's probably my favorite hike in the area. And the trail is quite easy except for a few spots that are a little bit more steep than others. The gorge is located in Amab-du-Fond Provincial Park, and it is part of the Eau Claire Gorge Conservation Area. The map at the beginning of the trail is a great guide for the history of the gorge. The gorge itself is the best part of the trail and has roaring rapids that drop about 40 feet below. If you're liking this video so far, make sure to like it. It really helps with the algorithm so I can push it out to show more people just some of these amazing hidden gems in Northern Ontario. Number 2 on the list, Devil's Rock, Temiskaming Shores, Ontario. Devil's Rock is a 300-foot rock-facing cliff down onto Lake Temiskaming. Honestly, I have no idea why more people aren't talking about Devil's Rock. Right when I got there, this views just blew me away. It's so stunning and so beautiful. You should definitely throw this on your bucket list for this summer. Devil's Rock is located in North Cobalt, about a 4-hour drive from Toronto. There are 2 trails to get to Devil's Rock. The trail that I take is much easier than the other one, is more of a walk than actually a hiking trail. The trail that I've taken both times that I've went there, I pinned it last time I was there so it'd be easier to find. So I'll leave a little pin in the description of the location if you want to go there. Or otherwise you're probably just going to drive right past it like I did. It's going to take you about 15 minutes to walk to Devil's Rock, but once you get there, it's going to open right up to this amazing, breathtaking view. Once you get to Devil's Rock, just take in the views, but keep in mind that especially I went there in the winter and the cliff's edges can be a little bit icy, so I would definitely not recommend going in the winter. I went recently in the summertime to get some more drone footage and it was definitely not as sketchy, even though I would still suggest to not get too close to the edge because it is quite dangerous. And the moment you've been waiting for, drum roll. Number 1, Talon Shoots, Mattawa River, Ontario. Just under a 4 hours drive from Toronto, you'll find Talon Shoots, the number 1 thing to do on my list. Talon Shoots is a series of waterfalls and cliffsides that are a perfect spot to spend the day with your friends, having some drinks, and is also a really popular spot for cliff jumping. There are 2 ways that you can get to the chutes. We got there by driving to Lake Talon Campground, so I'll have that link down below. And then we kayaked down the Mattawa River for about 30 minutes until you reach the dam at Bulvin Lake. From the dam, you're gonna have to get off your kayak and tie it somewhere, and then you're gonna have to walk in for another about 5 to 10 minutes until you get to the chutes. I know there's also a trail that I've read about that's about a 30-minute walk in, but I'm not 100% sure where it is. I'm gonna link an article down in the description that talks a little bit more about it. I really like just going with a kayak, or if you have a boat, it just makes for more of an adventure. When we were there was so many people just having picnics, having drinks with their friends, and jumping off cliffs. There's everything from 10-foot cliffs to 50-foot cliffs, so definitely be careful. And that's my top 5 things to do in Northeastern Ontario. Make sure to like, and if you haven't already, subscribe so you'll get more content from traveling around Ontario in the near future. Let me know in the comments below if there's anywhere that I might have missed that should have been worthy of being in my top 5. Until the next video, guys.